got those janky you got those janky ass maintenance men, landlords that be like, listen, I know you don't got the money for the rent, but I know you got some ass. There are no potential for hoes. And I really sat there like, damn, that was mean. How you gonna tell me there's no potential for hoes? There's potential for everybody, but apparently to DeMarcus, there's not. I really enjoyed this book. Tender Lovin' on a BBW is by Jewel. The book is available on Kindle Unlimited. Y'all know I'm a Kindle Unlimited hoochie, so I love reading books that are on there. It just came out today, so I was super excited, and I done already read the book. So the book is 180 pages. The book overview says DeMarcus D. Rice comes straight out of the gritty streets of Memphis. Scarred by a deep betrayal, he swears off love, focusing solely on hustling and being a dad to his son. Then there's Honey Wells, a girl with a heart of gold but buried under layers of self-doubt. She's a delicate soul like an open wound, just vibing to her own rhythm in a world that often feels too harsh. Her spirit is tender yet resilient. When life throws a curveball, Honey crosses paths with DeMarcus during one of her lowest points. Despite things not going as planned, Honey is set on showing DeMarcus the beauty within himself. Will DeMarcus keep his guard up, or will he let in a love too tender to ignore? Again, this book came out September 6th of 2024. Now, these characters here, I was excited because I hadn't read a book by this author before, so I didn't know what to expect. It is urban fiction, but I do feel like it can fall underneath realistic fiction as well, just because these scenarios that were happening in this book were very realistic. Okay, I feel like people really do struggle with facing eviction in Memphis. People struggle with that everywhere. But I feel like the situations where sometimes you got those janky ass maintenance men, landlords that be like, listen, I know you don't got the money for the rent, but I know you got some ass. And that's what was happening at one point in this book. Like, Honey's mother, her mother was a force to be reckoned with. Her mother was so trash. And I just was like, why don't you like Honey? Like, where is the motherly loving? Where's the tenderness? It was like everything Honey did pissed her mother off. Honey will come home with a car. Oh, you think you're better than me now. You think you got it all figured together. No, I think that you told me I have to pay rent here and I'm still in high school. So I'm just trying to do the best that I can and trying to find another job. Yeah, I'm just doing the best I can because you really don't help with anything. And then it's like, there's nothing wrong with thrifting, but she literally leaves Honey no choice but to get her clothes from Goodwill. She just does her filthy every step of the way. And Honey's friends, Honey's friends got the smartest mouth, okay? I feel like out of the three of them, Honey is the calmest. Her two friends beef so hard with each other to the point where Honey be like, can we please just keep it peaceful in my car today? This car barely cranks up. Can we please just be peaceful? And what I liked was that her friends didn't make her feel bad about her situation, because not everybody is at the same place in life. Not everybody's parents have it the same way. One of her friends' fathers even offered at one point to fix her car because it's never cranking up. I believe her father passed away at a young age, if I'm remembering correctly. I feel like her dad passed away at a young age. So it's really just her mother. And her mother's not sitting her down, teaching her things about dating and teaching her stuff about, girl, why you haven't had an oil change in this car? Like, when she meets DeMarcus, it's at her job interview. And she's trying her best to leave a good impression. Like, she's telling him she has referrals, this and that. DeMarcus is rude as hell. DeMarcus really truly reminded me of like some of these men I be meeting in Memphis when I'm trying to date. And I'd be like, damn, you're mean. Like, why are you so mean? There are some sweet men here, but there are some ruthless men here. And I be understanding, like, okay, I guess you're a little stressed, but I be feeling like the mean men be the broke ones. And DeMarcus isn't broke. DeMarcus owns this restaurant. He owns this whole apartment complex that's done went downhill because his uncle done, started bamboozling some of the money. I'm just like, DeMarcus, why are you so mean? Like, it ain't like, it's not like because you're not getting ass. Like, you're getting ass on a consistent basis. So if anything, you should be one of the cheeriest people walking around the streets in Memphis. That's how you should be behaving instead of the way that you're acting. But I did notice that he is soft with his son to an extent. I feel like his discipline is very consistent. It's very on point. He knows his son is struggling with math, and instead of embarrassing him and making him feel bad, he's even at one point like, well, maybe I need to look for my son a tutor. And I like that because some parents, they go hard on these kids. I think some parents be forgetting that we were kids at one point and there were things that we struggled with. And although, like, if Johnny had 5 apples and Susie took 2, how many is left? To us, that's common sense. But I don't see some parents go hard on their kids over stuff like that. What I will say is that I enjoy watching how Honey navigated different situations. She was struggling with her confidence for a minute, and rightfully so, because she has so much stuff piled up on her. I like the way that this author was able to, I feel like you were able to really feel these characters. I feel like you really truly got their emotions, even if you weren't in that situation previously, if you've never experienced it. I do feel like this author, she made me fall in love with Honey. Like, I had a soft spot for Honey by the 2nd chapter. This author successfully made me not like DeMarcus by the 4th chapter, just because his mouth is so smart. At the same time, he is honest. He is the definition of a man that is brutally honest. DeMarcus will say too much, and then you'll be sitting there like, why did you have to tell me off that way? Like, all I was doing was asking why we can't be together. That's all I wanted to know, is how come we can't be in a relationship? Like, I see potential in us. How come we can't be together? DeMarcus really sat here and took a hit of his weed and told that girl, like, you like hurting your own feelings? Because that's kind of sort of what it seems like you like doing. We done been up and down this road before. I done told you, me and your ditzy ass ain't never going to be together. And the girl's literally asking, like, but why? We have potential together. DeMarcus tells her straight up, there are no potential for hoes. And I really sat there like, damn, that was mean. How you gonna tell me there's no potential for hoes? There's potential for everybody, but apparently to DeMarcus, there's not. I really enjoyed this book. I am excited to see the other books that this author has out as well, because I believe I saw this author already has like more than 10 books out there. Let me double check, because I don't like speaking out of turn. This author does, okay, so I'm seeing about 6 books popping up. One of them is Snatched Up by a Memphis Millionaire. It is part of the Snatched Up Christmas book series. The other one is In Love with a Memphis Roughneck, and there's 3 parts to that. I feel like I started reading that book already as well. I feel like I started that series. I have to get back on it. But I highly, highly suggest you read this book, because like I said, the characters are very relatable. If you've ever traveled to Memphis, when you see the street names and stuff popping up and the areas that she's talking about, I'm like, you know what? That's really on point. East End skating rink. Y'all almost caught me slipping one time. I almost bust from behind. I can't skate either. So I found it so funny when I believe DeMarcus was asking his friend, or DeMarcus' friend had asked him at one point, like, hey, when you showing up to come skating again? And dude was like, yeah, nah. Like, I'm not skating anymore. I done fell enough times. I know for a fact that me and skates are never going to get along. I also like the fact that DeMarcus didn't necessarily downplay his friend. His friend is in this place where he only wants to hustle at this point. He's like, that's all that I'm good at. That's all that I'm good for. That's all I know. DeMarcus was telling him, like, why don't you try that laundromat business that you were talking about? Like, why don't you, what happened to you pursuing your dreams? Like, what happened to you wanting to try other things? DeMarcus can only do so much. I like the fact that he encouraged him, though, because it's like, once you get up, instead of having a crab in the barrel mentality, you're supposed to try and bring your friends with you. You're supposed to try and encourage your friends to be on the same type of time you're on. That doesn't always happen, but it's best to give it a try. Let me know which other books I should be checking out by this author, because I really enjoyed it. I thought the book cover was super cute, too. I love a good book cover, okay? Especially with a BBW on it. Purple used to be like my go-to favorite color. So that's probably what really made it catch my attention as well. I'll see you guys in the next video. Are you tired of feeling overwhelmed with marketing your book? Imagine having a team of experts dedicated to promoting your work while you focus on what you love, writing. Our book promoting services are designed to alleviate the stress of marketing and allow you to reach a wider audience. With our tailored strategies and proven results, we can help you to boost your book sales and visibility in the book community and crowded market. Let us take care of the promotional efforts while you concentrate on what you do best, crafting your next bestseller. Alleviate and elevate your author brand and stand out in the competitive world of publishing with our services that are specialized in marketing solutions. Partner with us and watch your book soar to new heights.